Good morning, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Okay, so like my audio settings got all messed up for recording. Now, for State of the Civs, I record the audio line separately, so I just use Audacity. This is obviously going through OBS, so maybe the audio settings are still all messed up. I don't know. Moral of the story, no idea what's going on, as usual. Exactly. All right, do we have a draft? No. I see Blue and Goku. Or are these guys Tamish Khan and Bagnok Bella? Robo's returned the money? Oh, there we go. I guess we'll do the other one. What is the other one again? Blue versus Goku. Eight. They're lobby smettons. Oh, yeah, we are seeing some new maps here. And also slopes. Right, let's get the Civ settings. Draft, that's what they're called usually. Oh yeah, I'm still in Minecraft. I've been playing a little bit of Minecraft, like when I have a few minutes here and there. I only just started though. I kind of spawned in this like mangrove forest, so I'm trying to make a tree house, except it kind of sucks. Oh wow, the desktop capture doesn't work with Minecraft. Interesting. Causing the clipping? No, again, my mic settings have been changed recently by themselves. Just do this real quick. I know. I know the empty void of our soul is staring back. Like I said, I really just started like a couple days ago and I haven't played that long. But yeah, I spawned in this like jungly forest area. So the tree house, it's gonna be like a series of tree houses. But this is all I got so far. That was just like the first thing I made. But like we're gonna go up here, and we're gonna keep on building and hopefully create like a network little thingy. And I've just been exploring the mine, so I just got a bunch of stuff because I had like an hour before I had to start the stream. Did I open the wrong stream? Yep. Ender Dragon stuff? I have no idea. That's too far in the future, man. I'm just chilling right now. All right, guys. 82-second wait. Get out microed in Minecraft? I absolutely get out microed in Minecraft, man. Minecraft does nothing. I just like building stuff. I'm not really into, like, all of the crazy complicated aspects of the game. I know, I didn't either. Like, I hadn't really played since beta, but, like, I played with my friends. Like, I don't know, half a year ago, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just chill a little bit in single player. And so I did that. Why did all the drafts go away? Baby, come back! You just like building stuff? That's true. Alright, 12 seconds, guys, and we will be getting into TTL. Getting back on that TTL train. Gonna cover that as much as I can now that I'm done with State of the Civs. I am free! Alright, let me just set up the overlay. Blue's name in game is No Way. That's pretty funny. Alright, guys, this is a new map, although I think I've seen it before. Well, like, it's a new map for TTL. Yeah, so you've got this mountain over here that has a lot of mineral resources. You've got this lowlands area across the shallows that has a lot of food resources. You obviously start walled. Only 5 tiles of gold in your base and 2 tiles of stone. I think... No, it wasn't in Valhalla. Maybe it was in Sudden Disaster. But I would know if it was in Valhalla. I was hosting that tournament with John Slow. And we got 4 relics in the corner and 1 on the mountain and 1 over here. So 6 relics because that is the number. The magic number. So, interesting civ combo because we have the traditional closed map civ here with Bengalis. Here for Goku. And blue is going to be rocking the Mongols. Now, we do have a rhino in. You have a... Actually, wait, a rhino in 2 boar? Did he, like, take one with... No, he didn't take one with the scout. Is there just, like, extra rhinos? I guess there are. All right, well, then that's going to be great for Mongols. What's on the hill? Just a bunch of golden stone. Anyway, is the mic setting now sound good? Because, again, I had to fiddle with a bunch of stuff to get the audio working in Audacity for recording State of the Civs, but I don't know how stuff is sounding in OBS at the moment, because I haven't really done any OBS recording. Again, it's my exact same mic, it's just I got a new headset, and apparently that threw off everything. But, like, when I first started, like, my last stream or something, it was, like, really, really loud, and it was, like, well, it wasn't just loud, but, like, I was right in my face. Anything drastic? Yes, but we want it perfect. All right. I bumped it up just a little bit more. Hopefully this is going to sound good, but yeah, this should sound basically exactly the same as my old mic. Well, again, it is the exact same mic, you know, as the old audio settings. Anyway, Stonewall was deleted right there so that the Rhino could come in. But yeah, I'm curious as to what the plan is going to be for blue, because obviously the rush distance is very close. You are behind Stonewalls, though. And although this is a closed map in the sense that you are walled, It's an open map in the sense that there's tons and tons of space to run around. So as the game goes on, this is going to be very good for Mongols and all of their mobility. I mean, that said, Mongols don't like dealing with Bengali elephant archers, so yeah, it's kind of a moot point. And let me tell you, I love the word moot. So we just got a mill coming in for now. Moot. You have 5 on wood. Okay, that's interesting. 5 on wood and no farms. The blue's getting, like, all the hunt. The job gathering? Not great. Not great, Jim. I am very stressed about it. Know your name. That's just a thing. With ranged cavalry? You mean cav archers? I don't remember. I didn't see that series between Turs and Blue. So let's see how he does here against Goku, who is a very solid player. You'd late on the way here for 23 pop, so quick uptime. But you'd expect that from Mongols. 400 more resources collected, thanks to all of the hunt that Blue is taking. And almost published? Oh, no. Oh, no. Anyway, Goku probably clicking up here on 25 pop. Again, no farms yet. 5 bills on wood. Yeah, 25 pop versus 23 pop. And looks like you're going to be selling a little bit of stone. Get that 90 gold. So this is certainly a well-rehearsed build order from Blue. Yeah, you shouldn't have any problems clicking up. But, of course, it means that you're going for a market, which means that you're less likely then to be going for a ton of aggression. Okay, this is kind of weird, right? Because you would think that it's going to be, like, stable blacksmith so that you can go for, like, step lancers and some, like, siege and stuff and really try and push Goku. But this looks like we're just going to go market blacksmith. I mean, it has to be a market so you can get to Castle Age. If he was going for a stable of some kind, he would have built the barracks already. So yeah, this is just going to look like market blacksmith into booming. You've been able to pick up DBA right away thanks to all of that extra food. Whoa! Oh my goodness, why does this map have so much hunt on it? Oh boy. It's actually slowing down his uptime just a hair, but he's fine. You get 2 extra elephants. It's worth 7 seconds idle time. Anyway, Goku's going blacksmith market as one would expect with the Bengalis here. But again, I'm really curious as to what Blue's plan is, because I don't see him doing anything other than booming. Like, he could legit probably go 4 TCs. But is this a map you want to do that on? Doesn't seem like it. Horse collars in, stone binding upgrade. And I guess, why not? You have tons of extra resources. Smushing the Bengali. Well, I mean, you're not going to be smushing as Mongols ever, but I thought it would be some sort of scout or step lancer plus siege push, but I mean, this looks like you're just booming. You do have a lot of bills on stone, so maybe you're thinking castle drop, but you're not going to have enough stone for an actual castle. And it's like, since you're not on gold whatsoever, what's the point of dropping the castle anyway? There's nothing for you to do with it. And hello, messenger. Oh, look at this! It's the childhood Ornlu house building. Always build your houses in groups of 4 like this. Makes for a very aesthetically pleasing base. But yeah, this is strange. It's like, it's too many vills on stone for just, like, regular extra TCs, I think? I mean, I think TC here, TC here. A smush against Bengalis? I did. I didn't commit hard enough to it. And I had some bad conversion luck. Quadruple house blocks? This is the way. Alright, there's one extra TC, but wait, he built another lumber camp? Huh? Okay, scouts just chasing each other around. Bosaw come. Guys, I am so lost. I am all sorts of lost. You don't want to boom against... Like, even with all this extra hunt, you're probably not going to want to just boom against Bengalis, because Bengalis have such a better eco than you over the course of, you know, the game. I guess he's going... But, yeah, 2 TC plus castle is obviously what it looks like. But you still don't have any gold income. Yeah, it has to be forward. And the thing with blue is that he doesn't exactly know what his opponent is up to. I mean, he's now coming around. Okay, sees the extra TC over there, but that could be 2 TC plus 2 monasteries. It could be 3 TC, which of course it actually is. So there's still several different things it could be. There is the first monastery coming in. Okay, it's facing this TC, but it's not forward. Again, he's 1 Vil on gold. He's not making many Mangudai. This is very confusing. Chicken sound effect. Unfortunately, we don't have a soundboard here. I mean, it's 40 Vils to 36. I mean, the Bengali eco is going to be getting better. Like, short run, because of all of that hunt you get, it's at least still a good amount of resources collected for blue, but that's not going to last all that long. Light cav opening? There isn't, like, a ton of space for the light cav to run around. I mean, I'm the last person to say that you can't play Mangudai. I mean, I love Mangudai. But this feels kind of weird. Hello, beheaded god. Anyway, look at this. It even looks like an actual part of the wall. You have the staircase leading up over here. Okay, never mind, the door's half cut off. But if that door wasn't there, then it would look like it's actually just part of the wall. I love Manga. I mean, that's Ornlu at any point in time. Alright, first Mangadoozies out, but Mangadoozies with very few to no upgrades. Very long train time. Not really going to be all that great. Bengali monks with the extra armor are going to do just fine. Well, Mangonel coming in, but like I said, the monks, they have 3 armor. They only take 3 damage a hit from the Mangudai at the moment. Yeah, that's exactly what Bengali should do. You could go Ratha as well. The Mongol army doesn't really match up very well against Bengalis. Blue? Now, when you spell blue like that, pumpkin guy, do you mean the blue player or the player blue? Or bluv? Because those are 2 different things. Now, the TC here is just to try and get some of these extra resources. Almost enough stone for a castle. This will need to come in probably over there. Siege Workshop coming in, but, I mean, you probably want to protect this TC? Isn't blue? I can actually always pick cyan. Also, hi, Papa Popper. Why are these guys doing the thing where they have a bunch of stone for castles and then they don't frickin' place the castle? You have 16 Vils on stone! Okay, there it is. Doesn't even see the castle. Wow. That's huge. But yeah, I played a couple games over the past couple, or I played like 5 games. I think I went 3-2. I lost 2 games on Arena, and then I won 3 games on not Arena. It was so strange. Like I won on Socotra and Lowland. Mangudai versus Ratha. So full-blown post-imp, the Mangudai are better, but in these lower numbers, the Ratha actually require far fewer upgrades to be effective. And they train faster. Redemption coming in. Did Ornlu land of yeah, it's like been very cold here, but there hasn't been a crazy snowstorm like I think many parts of the country got. Also, I won a game by Mangonel Wars. I went double Siege Workshop Mangonels as Dravidians and won. I was so surprised. Trains faster than Mangonel, unless I'm quite mistaken. Mangonel have a 26-second train time. I can double check. Don't know what Rathas are, but I'm like pretty sure. Like I've checked all the unique units in the past and noted that. Yeah, 18 seconds, so 8 seconds faster. I did! I won with Mangonel Micro. Is it 20? Yeah. On my phone might be outdated. Zero and with 4 Mangonels, yep. Alright, castle coming in, guys. Downhill hit right there. All about securing the high ground in blue. It's a bit of an odd play, but you know what? He is making it work just with good unit positioning. Yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, this is all micro. And good unit positioning. Imp is on the way, though, for blue. As in Goku. And he is well ahead in resources. Goku also has a ton of stone. Whereas blue does not. Anyway, Ratha, they're going to need to go smack away at those battering rams, which are getting some downhill hits. But these monks, they were like my monks yesterday, man. They couldn't do anything useful. Yeah, these monks have just not cut the mustard, as I think British and Australian people say. Another siege workshop coming in. Blue, yeah, but it's way funnier this way. I mean, it's 85 to 77 bills. Eco upgrades are identical. And the Mangudai are getting there, right? They have +2, +1. No other upgrades, but they're even going to get leather archer armor here. That siege workshop's taking a ton of damage. It's requiring a lot of resources and villager time to repair. And it's just the Mangudai micro's been pretty darn stellar. Okay, that was my fault. I'm sorry there, Blue. That's entirely on me. Look at this, another castle right next to it. I mean, you're going to hit Imp, and you're going to have a fair few resources. Gold income is going to be the issue, though, right? You only have another 500 or so left over here. There is a little bit of extra gold on the sides of the map, but obviously most of it is right here. And without any mangonels, these rams, guys, they're going to download some more ram. Oh, but the Mangudai, you can't stand under like that, dude. Oh, no. Double Trebuchet is on the way. Honestly, I think you just need Rathas. You need something to smack that. And that castle goes down before even the first Treb is out. And with all of these villager kills, Yeah, I'm not too sold on all this. Another Treb is on the way. And, I mean, the Mangudai will slowly but steadily take down the Trebuchet here. I mean, look at this, guys. Ram's coming in as well. I love this. Extended Castle Age play. Going up against the Fast Imp. He doesn't have a university for murder holes. Res collected only slightly in favor of Goku. Now this castle's obviously not going down, whereas this one very likely is from the double Siege Workshop Rams. You'll love to see it. And, of course, Blue is on the way to Imp. I mean, he's still on a couple TCs behind this. And that's all the castles down for Goku. He has completely lost control of all those mineral resources. He's trying to switch over into skirmishers, but that's thoroughly unexciting. Stone shaft mining coming in. Goku did snag 3 relics behind this, and there is also at least a little bit of extra stone over there to the west, because he's going to need at least 1 castle, but there's the university coming in. Now we have rebuilding the 3rd TC. We have skirmishers with some upgrades here, but no defense upgrades yet. We have the rest of eco upgrades seemingly coming in now for Blue. Eco balance is not perfect, but I mean, he's getting there, right? Oh, what should the player Blue do to get out of... I mean, he just needs to keep pressuring. He's in a great spot. Ballistics is on its way. Yeah, keep building up those Mangudai numbers. Now here's the thing, you still need the siege. The siege is essential because that's what is good against the skirmishers. Rams obviously take very little damage, and he's immediately getting an onager. I love it! I love it! Guys, Blue is playing this so freaking smart. So long as you have enough Mangudai to snipe the occasional monk, I mean, what are the skirms gonna do against onagers, man? Oh, this is sick. Blue's just pulling back just a little bit for now. TC over there here to the east. Ballistics coming in as well. Now, Goku's overall eco is still okay. It's not great, and he's going to try and make a switch over into the Ellie Archers. But there we go, guys. Onager is in. And Drill as well. Oh, Drill, baby, Drill.
Hi.
Let's go. Racer not coming in here for the Mangudai. But like I was saying, your only threat at this point are skirmishers. It's not like your opponent has a ton of monks. And even there, the monastery that houses the relics is under heavy threat. All right. Of course, you have another monastery coming in, but you can't go for elephant archers and monks at the same time. There's only a single monk out there right now. Oh, look at this. Onagering the trees here just so he has more space to maneuver. Triple monastery block printing is, of course, a huge one. And yet, these units keep on pushing. He does need to keep up the macro, though. Yeah, needs to keep up the Mangudai production. Needs to slowly get those Mangudai upgrades in. TC over there to the southwest. He needs to get another castle in. I mean, this is all sorts of stuff he needs to be doing via multitasking. Laming the wood? It's not really laming. It's just trying to give yourself more room to micro. A 3rd Siege Workshop coming in. Devotion, of course. Why not? Make these guys harder to convert. That house wall is not going to do anything against 3 onagers here. Well, I guess they could have... It's even faster to go through the forest. That said, skirms are coming in here with more upgrades. The Trebuchet is rotating around, and Goku is staying alive. And there's always something to that. Oh, hold on. This is being attempted over here. Treb versus Mangudai. What a bizarre situation. Taking out the market's a little bit annoying. Castle over here to the back. And blue is banking up a ton of resources. And this is all going to be just down to not quite having the multitasking that, you know, a tippy top player would. But he still has the right idea. He just can't execute it all at once. Oh, gotta be careful there. That Treb has already taken 500 damage. That is very expensive to repair. And yeah, I mean, Goku's not dead. The populations are very even. Oh, thanks, Tyhedness. Like, part of me is really proud of making all those videos, and part of me thinks none of them are very good. So, but I think that's just anybody who creates anything. Yes, that's correct. But that's still very expensive. Anyway, chemistry and conscription both on the way. We're looking at 23 Mangudai and 5 onagers. Mangudai still need their stable upgrades, by the way, so that's going to be something you need to pick up at some point. Oh, but you have to be so careful here. Oh, no! Oh, no! What a great game to start off this series, though. Who needed the other series, anyway? Human Hall of Shame? Maybe. Oh, there's another splat right there. Uh-oh. Look at this army value difference here for blue. It's continuing to go after town centers. Bengalis do not get bombard cannon. Got some more farms coming in. And of course, all those mineral resources being in favor of blue. I mean, look at this huge freaking bank, man. Not used to having this kind of eco balance. Too many civs have bombard cannons? Yes. Oh, man. Now things are getting really out of control. Well, the thing is, bombard cannon is like what civs are designed around in part. One of the biggest, like, do you have it or not in the tech tree? So it's really tricky to take bombard cannon away from civs because a lot of them kind of need them. Anyway, you still were able to kill stuff there. No, Lithuanians need bombard cannon. Oh! First game of the day, and we get freaking SO, man. With drill already in. And siege engineers, too. Oh my goodness. This is awesome. I mean, why not? You've got the res. Like, so many players, and we're talking top players. Just don't appreciate... Okay, I have tons of gold on this map. So, just, you know, use it. It's like they play as if every map has an Arabia distribution of resources, when obviously this one doesn't. You don't go siege on it to elite Mangudai on Arabia because you just can't afford it. Ever. Gold map just runs out of resources too fast. Here, though, you've got it. Oh, no! Oh, the GG's gonna come in before us. Oh, does. Oh, no. A fine hit. Oh, man. Oh, whoops. I totally had this on. Yeah, I mean, that is bound to happen eventually. They play all three, and blue takes game number 1 with, honestly, some pretty darn smart play. Obviously absurd KD, But look at this golden stone collected difference, guys. That is gigantonormous. And really, Goku just was caught off guard by this pressure here. I don't think he handled this very well at all. The castle came in, and then he built one right next to it, but it was all still downhill, which is why I thought maybe the first castle needed to be here at the back. Oh, hello, Gali. And at that point, you just can't go for the Trebs when your opponent is literally knocking at your door with rams. You need the Ratha, you need to smack down those rams before the Trebs come in. And at that point, it was really just Blue finding his win conditions. Catalog for TTL? Indeed, indeed. Indubitably. All right. Remember, this is a play all three, so we're seeing all the games regardless. But yeah, Zimbabwe, definitely a cool map. I don't even know if I should call it a closed map, though. There's Mongols over Bengalis. Like, are all walled maps closed maps? Because the map is very open, other than the fact that you start in a happy little box. Like, Arena is a closed map because they literally are... You know, you're in that little narrow clearing. Black Forest, same deal. Coastal Arena is next. A closed aggressive map? Something like that. Also, we have to give Blue additional credit because his in-game name is literally No Way. As in, W-E-I. Oh my god, Age of Circles. T-West was talking about how he's got circles. Circles for days! Look at all the circles, guys. Look at their circly circleness. And indeed, we'll have Armenians here for Goku to the north of the map. And to the south in the cyan as the Woo. It will be Blue. We got the Blue Woo Ooh Woo. What's up? Yeah, I'm going to be trying to stream a bit more consistently now. Abbreviated Olympic flag, yeah. So you have seawalls on the outside. Seawalls have a little bit of different armor profile than Palisade walls. They have a little bit more HP and a more pierce armor, but less melee armor. Change their colors. I think it's funnier if Blue's in cyan and Goku's in blue. If we had a tournament where each map would have specific selection, thematically selected civs. That's kind of what TTL did, didn't it? Thank you for the say the civs. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Like I said, it's a lot of work. It's definitely not, like, monetarily, like, okay, we're gonna make bank on State of the Civs. But it's something that I like doing, and I know you guys appreciate. And people do watch it, of course, and there are lots and lots of comments. Did I say TTL? I meant ECL. Escape Champions League. Yes, that was it. ECL, not TTL. With only and above on State of the Civs. What? Oh, you mean... Well, it'd have to be power crept, almost there, or complete. But the issue is a lot of the almost there civs are overpowered. Like, that's the thing, right? The thing that's keeping them from complete is the fact that they're overpowered. It's a real struggle. Anyway, I have no idea how this map plays out. I feel like it's probably just a Cali rush. With only civs I like, yeah. That would probably just be complete and power crept civs. However, yeah, like, that's the thing, though. The whole point of me doing State of the Civs in the first place was I really wanted to talk about every single civ because a lot of civs just kind of get glossed over. Get to draft the map? Yeah, it was all, like, regionally thematic. Glossed over, I mean? It means, like, I just briefly skimmed over it. Like, I didn't talk about it at depth. AoE2 during that year. Yeah, that's kind of, like, the whole point of it. So I feel like skipping civs is, like, doing a disservice to those civilizations. And even if those civilizations are not very popular or picked, I still feel like it's important to talk about, okay, here are these civs that aren't being picked, and this is why they're not being picked. And do one-day cav civs? I feel like it makes the most sense to go alphabetically. I don't want to go tier by tier, because then I feel like people would just be interested in, like, okay, what are the best and worst civs? And I don't think I can really make it any shorter than it is now. Because I still need to explain what the civs do, because not everybody can keep every single civ, and knows what all the civs are about, especially the newer ones. Picked less? Yep. But in my mind, there are some civs that aren't picked all that often, but still feel quite good when they are picked, like Spanish. Or Berbers, even. And then there are civs that aren't picked and don't feel good, like Bulgarians. Right? There is a difference. Other civs? Well, that's because they're new civs. All of the 3K civs from the entire DLC had sections that were like 2/3 to twice as long. Because I go into significantly more depth about what the civ does and how it operates, what its bonuses are, because the people are going to be less familiar with them. Anyway, so it's not going to be a pure galley rush. And I don't know if they're going to try and push on the land. But we do have a second dock coming in. And I think it's going to be for a fast castle. On close notes, I really have no issues. Like, personally, I really don't care that you have a little bit of a slower start on some maps. But I'm not one of those, you know, crazy TikTok-brained kids who needs Empire Wars. Yeah, this is a new map. Exciting to watch. Well, it's about development, right? Like, would this map be fine if they started with 9-vills? Yeah, sure, why not? 9-vill starts on closed maps, I think, are pretty unintrusive. But I like the idea of tournament maps all being settings that you know, regular Joe Schmo players use. Anyway, Blue is going for an FC. He's going Castle Drop? Hold up. Hold up there, Buckaroo. Empire War stuff? Yeah, but like the Dark Age starts enable significant more variety in openings. Because one, the civ is, or the game is balanced around having the Dark Age, right? That's literally how the game is designed. Like, some civs are good in the Dark Age, some civs are bad in the Dark Age, and the civs that are bad in the Dark Age tend to be extremely good in Empire Wars because they get to skip the Dark Age. Just look at Koreans. Or Byzantines. Or Saracens. Market Blacksmith coming in, and yeah, Blue's just gonna go FC, is he gonna go for Fire Archers? I mean, are we going to see the castle drop and fire? I mean, that might be tough to stop. I don't think Fire Archers are good. This could be one of the very few situations they are, because there's so little room to play with. We will have to see. Anyway, galleys are showing up. Fishing ships are going to have to flee. Might need to start mining gold as well. Both players have a forward gold. I don't know if it's always the case on this map that you have a forward gold, but it is in this generation at the very least. But yeah, my hot take is that no one would really like Empire Wars, and no one would really play or practice it if it wasn't just attached to a huge tournament in Red Bull. Empire Wars is not the reason that people love the Red Bull tournaments. People love the Red Bull tournaments because of their LAN events with the high production quality. Which isn't like, you know, like, that's good for Red Bull, right? That's what they're supposed to do, but I just don't think that it's like, it's not Empire Wars that makes it the event so popular. Anyway, 4 fishing ships are down, and the scout cavalry. It has to be forward castle, though, right? Right? There's literally nothing here to defend for Goku, except 1 scout cavalry. This is also the 2nd game in a row that Blue's going fast castle into castle drop. Because money. Deathmatch tournaments? Deathmatch is actually really, really slow, though, after the first couple of minutes. It's kind of weird. Because you have the first, like, 2 minutes of deathmatch, which are really, really, really aggressive, obviously. But once you run out of your initial resources, it's, like, extremely painfully slow, because you have so much stone to just drop castles everywhere, and it takes forever to close a game. She wasn't the castle unit. Oh, wait a minute. Crap. But yeah, he even has Loom. Like, I don't know why he didn't just go forward and drop the castle. Like, maybe he's worried about something... Blue having some... Sorry, Goku having something on the land. But, I mean, you see the galleys show up. You don't think that, I think. Yeah, but Frost is pretty darn good. Which Civ do I think has the upper hand? I mean, they're both good. Don't really think it matters that much. I mean, being able to play to the strength of your Civ matters, but it's not going to be a Civ win or anything like that. Goku's well ahead in resources. He has 15 fishing ships to 2. But he's going to need to find a way to not die. Siege Workshop is coming in. Fire Archers are out. I still think this unit is generally speaking awful. But we'll have to see what our Cyan player can do. Now, is he going to be able to get Red Cliff's tactics? Because that does add extra damage to buildings. 400 food, 250 gold, though, is extremely expensive. Especially when you have 4 vills on food. But yeah, this unit is so underwhelming, man. 3.5 reload time even, so they even attack very slightly slower than a hand cannoneer. Almost twice as slow as a regular archer without thumb ring. And actually, they literally attack half as fast as Obsidian Arrows are fully upgraded. Fortified Church coming in. Gill Net's on the way. And Goku's looks like he just wants to click up to Imp. Gonna get ready here for a second castle drop, but I seriously think that the first castle needed to be forward. We do have Blue who's going to try and download more RAM. But it's just like you see this gigantic wall here that Goku has. Now, the one thing that Goku doesn't have is easy access to stone if Blue was harassing it, which is why I really think there should have been like 1 Fire Archer over there. Rams, they're fine. Until Imperial Age. But yeah, remember, Fire Archers can't use their long-range attack against siege weapons. I have no idea why they're considered good against siege weapons, because they really aren't. I mean, they fire multiple arrows, but... I mean, I guess they deal 3 damage a hit to siege units, but because they attack so slowly, it doesn't really feel like it's any better than a regular archer. Another 45 Church coming in. The oysters are starting to run out, which is your main source of gold income for the time being. Way. I don't know why they say way. He's literally the woo. Oh, wait a minute. What are you doing? 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 Oh my god, Goku, no! No. Oh my god. Oh, that was a good hit, though. That was a very good hit. I don't know, like, that still feels really underwhelming. Okay, gates down. 4 relics are in here as well. Goku has the one that he starts with, and the last relic's over there. Ram finally goes down, but yeah, that Mangonel hit was huge, huge, huge. And I just rebuild the stone gate. Oh, he didn't even have Loom, jeez. Guys, I don't know about you, but this game has not sold me on fire archers whatsoever. And I don't think they're that cheap either. It doesn't say. Yeah, 45 wood, 45 gold. And the higher wood cost than regular archers in Castle Age is obviously quite significant. What are fire archers supposed to be good at? The very specific situation where you both drop castles next to each other, but you're still a little too far away for petards to feel especially comfortable. Then fire archers are amazing. That's like the only time they're good, though. Bosaw, padded archer armor coming in. No, because no one makes them? I sure know that I don't know. Oh my god, that was insane. I didn't think that was going to be an insane hit, but, okay. Does get the 1 for 0 hit there. Oh, and then the counter 1 for 0. But yeah, as soon as Imp comes in, this is likely going to be JJ. Wait, hold on. Oh no! Vills are having to retreat. I thought we'd still be committing to it. Oh no! A light sea breeze. Now they see you rolling and hating. Oh no. I mean, Goku's playing very safe here. Oh my god. I mean, I guess both Mangonels still go down. Well, composite bowmen are at least situationally still very good. But now we're in a very awkward situation that Goku's gotten some insane hits, and yet he still lost his Mangonels. Okay, the villages need to garrison there. Gonna try and wall up over here. Yeah, not getting the castle down is a huge deal. He wanted to make sure he could try and secure some gold with it, but that might have been a little overzealous. And by that I mean literally game-losing overzealous. Castle's only at 50%, guys. It's not like it's almost done. Now you're going to get castle number 3 here in just a moment. Blue trying to make this work. He's got a ton of idols at the moment because they're all forward. Oh, nice snipe there. Zealotry was removed. It was. Oh my god! Oh no! What is happening? Oh no! It's so weird because he's still getting the castle up and he's still possibly going to win this game. He's 1,000 score behind. He still has the castle here. Guys, Goku has no access to gold or stone. He's lost so much. That castle has to be canceled. Oh my god. Oh, the oysters don't go all the way around the map. Oh, I thought they did. Oh, man, this hurts, guys. Oh my, you cannot let this get denied, and you don't even have that many vills here. Oh no, that Mangonel's gonna get taken down! Oh, that's game. I think that's game, guys. I really think it is. I don't think you can get the castle up anymore. Oh my goodness. What a bizarre game. Goku is still 400 score ahead, and it sure doesn't feel like it. But yeah, it just has no access to resources. We never doubt it? Yes, of course. It was the fire archers. It wasn't the mangonels and the castles. It was all the fire archers. Fire archers didn't just end up, you know, getting killed over and over and over again. Yeah. I guess you can try and jump in and out of the fortified church. At the very least, the fire archers will apply pressure to the building. But yeah, I keep losing bills left and right. Haiti keeps getting closer, the score keeps getting closer. Okay, that's kind of S-word. Lost the mangonel to the fortified church. Also making skirmishers because, of course. Castle at 63%. Oh my goodness, here we go. Yeah, here we go! Split his units? You probably should. Just trying to buy time for this castle. And even if the castle comes up, like, you still don't have access to gold. The tower here even denies the stone. That's a cute move. There you go. Chateau is in. Remember, this is the advantage of fire archers. They do apply pressure to the building here. They outrange the castle. It is an archer siege unit. I don't think they count as siege units, though. No. Blue literally has 0 units on food at the moment, guys. Yeah, they have 11 range, I think. It is interesting. They do even more damage with Red Cliff's tactics. But like I said, all you need is Imperial Age to be in and a couple traction trebs and the game's over. You have no stone income still. Castles? I mean, this is what? 31 of them. Double traction trap immediately. You have tons of stone with which to repair the castle. 10 more vills even. And a lot of these vills are fishing ships. Yeah, the fire archers, it's like their whole thing is that they have very long range against buildings and ships. But, as we've seen, they are very bad against most units. Race are going to be in. You do max out at 12 range with this unit. So, same as a bombard cannon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just doesn't have access to mineral resources. Blue has a huge eco lead now. And, I mean, the fire archers do enough, right? They aren't awful against buildings. They're not super exciting, but they're not awful. And with the help of those traction trebs, it's over. Look at that, 12% more efficient in eco for Blue, and he is going to win. I mean, he's going to win the series, but up 2-0, 66 fire archers. What a bizarre game. It really felt like Goku kind of threw. He needed to get the castle up in a safer location, and it just completely ran out of access to gold and stone. Look at that. A quarter of the gold collected, not even remotely close to as much stone collected. Food and wood, not really serving you very well. He also overcommitted to water a little bit. That was fun, though. And that was Coastal Arena, or Coast Arena. Why is it not Coastal Arena? #1 Civ pick and his home map, that's rough. Slopes is the last map, so Wei or Mayans or Portuguese are all going to be very good. And Vietnamese, Persians, Dravidians. Vietnamese is probably what I'd pick if I'm Goku. Like I'm a little bit more than Persians, but you know, they're good. Sehr gut. I got a call from Spectrum. I don't have Spectrum. Bilbao tourney? I mean, it's, changing of the guard, as they say. With feeling old? Yep. Good recap video? I'm afraid I don't know. Alright guys, we're on Slopes. Did T90 change it? He did. Okay, so it's... You get one ibex. And then a bunch of rabbits. Hares. So no pushing from the sides. Alrighty. So, Blue! Literally the player whose name in-game is No Way is going to be the Way. Here to the northwest and to the southeast in the blue. As the Vietnamese, it will be Goku. I do think that none of the GL players qualifying, or former GL players, again, Hera only sort of counting. I don't think that you can sort of coast an AoE at the moment. I do think that you really do need to be practicing hard, training hard, and trying to improve. And really try and, you know, nail all the different builds and drafting for tournaments and stuff like that. And note that Viper's still almost qualified, right? It is still very close, but, you know, ultimately, almost qualifying and not qualifying are the exact same thing. But same applies to Tato and Doubt as well. I just think that they don't really want to put in the work anymore in terms of, like, grinding. And they have every right not to, right? It's like they've all accomplished a ton in AoE. And I think that a lot of people... Yeah, Tato, Viper, and Doubt did not qualify. And I think there is a little bit of a schism in that... Or not schism, but like disconnect in people thinking that the monetary value of an AoE player is wrapped up in tournaments and doing well in tournaments, when it's really just about being a content creator. Your monetary value as an AoE player is usually wrapped up in how popular of a content creator you are. For Jordan? Well, Jordan also is... I don't know if he's full-time right now. Leary's chances? I mean, he's got the best chances of anyone not named Hera, so... You know, it's like, what, 80% chance Hera wins? Maybe 10 to 12% chance Leary wins? Maybe like, yeah. 80% Hera, 15% Leary, 5% anyone else. That's my breakdown. Anyway, Vietnamese and Wei are two of the very best civs in the game right now. Great eco, great Cav and Archer options. I mean, I don't think there's really anything too crazy to talk about as far as the civs go. But yes, I do think that AoE's in a bit of an odd position right now, right? The anti-archer cav civ? Something like that. Ads? Twitch and ads is the BFFs. And will the viewership be affected by Viper not being there? Yes, maybe a little bit, but not much. I mean, Hera's just exploded so much in popularity because, I mean, he's a good content creator. He got huge already. He's the best player in the world, and he just keeps on working super hard. He just keeps on putting in the hours. Wild stuff, yeah. Will be terrible? I don't think that's going to be the case at all. Again, Hera's in a position that other people have been in for a while where the more you want to work, the more growth you can sustain. So your limit really is... Like, Hera's limit to his growth right now is really just his own work ethic. Which is, like, a super good spot to be in. Most other, you know, content creators or players don't have the luxury of just, like, okay, as long as I keep on putting in the effort, I'm going to be seeing a lot of reward. Yep. True for everyone? That is definitely not true for everyone. Effort in the right place is higher rewards? Not necessarily. It adds... Oh my goodness. Anyway, archery range coming in here for our blue and our blue player. And nothing too crazy so far. Bidax and Horsecollar both on the way. Bidax now in here for blue. Wei eco should be slightly better than the Vietnamese eco, but not by an enormous margin. It's like S tier eco versus A tier eco. If we're doing a sub, don't need to see car ads, yeah. Host AoE too. No, Viper's still a content creator. He just... I don't know if what his, you know, number of hours worked per week is, but I don't know if he's part-time or not quite full-time. It's like he never went on, like, full paternity leave. He's just kind of on half paternity leave. But again, I don't know the specific amount of hours he works or what he would consider himself. I mean, he still practices and trains for tournaments. It's not like he doesn't train, guys. It's not like he just is completely coasting, but he almost certainly does a fair bit less of it than he used to. The future is now, old man? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Anyway, Goku is walling on up here. Just taking some resources here on the outside, nothing terribly crazy. Skirmishers, skirmishers, skirmishers. Set up as play. Yeah, so the way it works out is everyone plays each other in the group stage, and everyone plays all 3 games. So it's all even. So you can finish, whoever finishes with the most points at the end gets to advance from the group stage to the knockout stage. Yep. It's just a different format, which I like. I actually like shorter series. I think that the AoE 2 community is too focused on having series be as long as possible because they're just chasing the drama of a super long, super close series that makes viewership go crazy. I think it's the most fun when each individual game matters a ton. Well, scouts hoovering around. Skirms crossing the map. Neither player really committing anything to feudalage. This is the classic hurry up and wait metagame, right? You rush up to feudal age, you rush to get these walls down, rush to get some units out, but then you just never commit to any of them. Oh, did they? Have unpredictable outcomes? Benefit the better players? Yes, for sure. I mean, longer series are always going to be like a better determiner of who is the best AoE player, especially, you know, on those given settings. Because obviously there is a randomness factor in AoE. But again, I think it's exciting. Large sample size? Yeah, something like that. Alright, another barracks coming in. That's an archery range, Ornlu. Another archery range coming in, so Goku's going to be going skirmishers, and Blue is going to be going skirmishers. I freaking love the current meta. Stay up late. It's funny because the Asian players have to play like well into the dead of night constantly. I mean, guys, this is just Blue having better micro. I love Muisco? Why? Down to what are you talking about? Their unique unit is a skirmisher. Everybody. Oh, yeah, the skirm UU. Yeah, that's right. When was this posted? Oh, today. Oh, okay. We'll take a look at it after this game. We'll see what changed, if anything. Followed by anyway. I thought you guys would pick up on that. Yeah, I mean, it's what they're used to doing. But yeah, thanks for all the kind words on State of the Civs, guys. Like I said, it is a ton of work to do. Oh, rip the bill. So it's nice that people appreciate it. Anyway, some Haguan Cav here. Get that extra HP. Thanks. Oh, thanks. maybe good for me. My computer, I think, just exploded a little bit thinking of rendering that video. A supercut of all of them together. Oh my goodness. My computer just visibly shuddered next to me. It already takes an hour to render State of the Civs. Anyway, some Shenbei Raiders here. Again, like, this is as meta as it gets. Skirms and Cav Archers. Nobody really wanting to invest into anything aggressive. On this map so far. I mean, this is the first time I'm seeing it. I mean, yeah, that's the thing, right? Wei have a way better, so to say, way better eco than Vietnamese. Not way better, but they have a better eco. We also had Blue able to apply pressure, cause a lot of idling in Goku's eco, so he's just kind of ahead. And I don't know, if you guys know this, but if you're the player who's behind and you're making skirmishers, you're probably not winning the video game. That said, you have these Cav Archers here as well. Counts as terrorism? Oh no. Guys, we can't let the terrorist win. Ratha Sea Jellies, normal speed away player name. Interesting. Again, this is my first time seeing this map in TTL Silver here. Well, now he's doing CA. Counter them all. Well, you know what? Like I said, you still do have these Cav Archers here. Obviously prioritizing villager kills at the moment, which I actually don't hate here, because what you need as Goku is you need Blue to start losing bills, because you're so far behind in economy right now. Now, you will end up losing your whole army regardless. No ballistics in for either player. And to be fair, it's only 6 villagers that have died in total at the moment. Not really that big of a deal. 4th TC coming in now here for our Vietnamese player. Blue closing in, though, on the res needed for Castle and Tiger Cav are absolutely insane. With 2 buffs. Uh-huh. Well, to be fair, the Shenbei Raiders got a 25% attack increase, going from 4 to 5 attack, which is gigantic. And didn't they used to... They used to not get any villagers for wheelbarrow and handcart, right? Now they do. I think those were the big changes they got. They still don't? It says economy upgrade, so that should include wheelbarrow and handcart. Otherwise, it would be mill, lumber, and mining camp upgrades, which I think is how the bonus was originally worded, if I recall correctly. Correctly? Yeah. Anyway, Shenbei Raider time. A few Haegwang to help deal with skirmishers. Focus on Shenbei Raiders. Very, very normal stuff here for Dawei. And looks like it will be an aggressive castle treadmill crate even coming in from Blue. You'll love to see that. We have a few Fire Lancers here, but other than that, you have no good options against Tiger Cav. I like saying Xianbei. Not really. I don't like or dislike it, it's just the name of the unit. I like saying Wei, because it's funny. Because I have the humor of a 12-year-old. Monk there gonna snag a relic. And here come additional barracks. It is the one weakness of the Wei, is that they don't have the best anti-infantry options. But obviously this castle's huge. You have the eco advantage. You're not playing passive. You're keeping on with the military production and trying to dish out that dealing blow. Dish out that killing blow. Deal that killing blow. Treadmill crane, it's good. Not gonna see me complain when somebody gets treadmill crane. Unless it's like, you know, early castle age and they're spending all their resources on fast university treadmill crane. Oh my goodness. Hold on. What just happened? Oh no! Goku was on patrol. He's on patrol! He's on patrol! Not even on patrol, he was on move command! Oh no! And yeah, they are, but they're not like the best anti-infantry unit. Oh no, guys. Goku's gonna try and click up that, but he has obviously nowhere near the time to do so. Now you got the Tiger Cav in here as well, gonna start snowballing. Oh, dearie, dearie, dear. Guys, Blue is really impressing me, though. Like, Goku's no slouch of a player, but really smart play. Blue showing that he can do meta stuff, he can do off-meta stuff. Just really good decision-making. And that's what you want to see in an up-and-coming player. Look at that 2K score lead. Blue played... I mean, he's been around for a little bit, but he's never had, like, a big tournament result. I mean, this is still TTL Silver League and still the group stage, but this is why we enjoy watching TTL Silver and Gold League. I know I do. I like seeing the up-and-coming players and getting to talk about, hey, this is what these guys do really well. Because obviously there are holes in his gameplay. There are holes in both players' gameplays. But they're still obviously very, very good. They're 2K5 and 2K6. Imp is on the way here. Didn't Goku click up? I thought he clicked up. Whatever. He's super dead. Super, super dead. Castle coming up over here. Handcart coming in too. Hwang would fare? Awful. Hwang does one thing. And he can play like 4 civs. All these sorts of tournaments heavily benefit those who are well-rounded players. Your hairline. No, Hwang is not a tournament player. And we could easily just see GG called before Imp even at this point. Tiger Cav should probably have 3 Pierce Armor in the Castle Age. And 4 for Elite. 4 vills going down, 50 villagers killed to 6. Oh my goodness gracious. Golly gee. Many things, that's true. Now, it's actually, you need to delete these units. You can't feed your opponent's Tiger Cav. You can't feed the hungry tiger. There, it's gonna get even more stats. Look at that, 165 HP, 15 attack. Anyway, that should probably be it. Or not. From Vills? Ah, yes, that's all the difference in the world. Trirem. Trirem! Tiger Cav, they're a Huskarl on a horse that also gets 1 extra attack and 10 HP with each villager kill. Anyway, 3-0 from Blue, and very, very, very impressive play from our Taiwanese player. Love to see it. Well done. Anyway, guys, I'm going to take a quick break. Oh, thank you, the Susie Bro, for the 34 months. What's up? I am going to do something I don't do very often, which is record a YouTube video while on stream, because this water overhaul post is live. Patrols. Oh no! Oh no, Johnny Bravo. Oh, rip. I'll be right back. All right, E. Oh, Twitch chat isn't here. Let's move Twitch chat up. Alrighty. Oh, YouTube. I'm gonna record the YouTube video now. Hey guys, it's Ornlu, and we're doing something a little bit different today. I'm still live on Twitch, hence the whole Twitch chat thing on the side of your screen. But we just got a post from the dev team about the upcoming naval rework. So we had this already for Thalassocracy Cup. The tournament last year, there was like all about the hulks and all the naval changes there. Now we're going to see what is going to be making it to the actual game. So I have not read this yet, which is why I'm just recording it now live on stream. So let's just see what this is all about, shall we? All right. So, set sail for a new naval adventure in Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Naval prowess was a cornerstone of empire building in the Middle Ages. From Viking raids to Italian trade and Portuguese exploration, many civilizations leveraged the seas and rivers to establish their dominance. To do this history justice, the next update will bring in expanded naval gameplay in AoE2 DE, adding 4 new ships, new technologies, map elements, new animations, and more. The expanded naval warfare will be available to all AoE2 DE owners and will be released alongside The Last Chieftains, which everyone expected. Alright, 2 new ship lines. We have the Hulk, of course, which we saw plenty of in the Thalassocracy Cup. Hulks are fast ships whose crews hurl short-range grappling hooks in close combat. Hulk's high armor offers excellent resistance against fire ship attacks, but their close-quarter focus makes them vulnerable to the missile attacks of longer-range ships like galleys. Hulk upgrades include Warhulks and Caracs, and these ships benefit from the melee attack upgrades at the Blacksmith. These ships were very overpowered in the Thalassocracy Cup. They also were very annoying with the clink, 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 clink sound, so hopefully that is being changed. But yeah, basically everything that we expected from the tournament. And here's the new one, guys, the Catapult Galleon. The Catapult Galleon is a long-range siege ship used by civilizations without access to cannon galleons, drummonds, or lochwans. Several existing ships have also received new animations, including moving sails or oars. So yeah, this is going to be the new American Civ long-range ship. Yeah, there's a whale in the background. We'll get to that in a moment. So it looks like a European ship, but it has the American Civ sails. You can see the catapult here at the front, and we'll just have to see how good they are. I have no idea. Obviously, we don't know the stats, but this is going to be the cannon galleon replacement for all of the American Civs plus Cumans. Is there any other Trireme? Any other Civ other than Cumans who are getting it? Because everyone else just had cannon galleons or the regional ships. Yeah, okay. Anyway, new and updated technologies. You can see they're fitting everything in the dock on one page. So to complement the new additions, the upgrade system for mainline warships was also revised. The new medium warships and heavy warship technologies now upgrade galleys, fireships, and hulks. However, auxiliary vessels such as demo rafts, cannon galleons, and unique ships still use separate upgrades. Fishing lines is now a feudal age precursor to gill nets and improves fishing ship carry capacity. 4 new technologies are available in the University, offering players more options to strengthen their warships. Arval hull and clinker construction to increase ship movement speed, and siphons and incendiaries to boost fire ships' explosive potential. We saw all of this in the Thalassocracy Cup tournament. Oh. Greening and Drydock and Shipwright are at the University. Yeah, this was the same as before. I don't know why they needed new icons. I mean, I guess the icons were more troops on a transport ship, which I guess doesn't quite fit with the role of the upgrades now. But yeah, it's gonna be odd seeing not the soldiers' greaves for Greening and Drydock. But yeah, there's Greening and there is Drydock. Naval economy and production. Fishing ships can now gather gold from whales in open seas. When threatened, they can garrison inside of docks for protection. So whales are going to be, I guess, long-distance oysters? No, the University is still going to have one page. Also, why do those flags look different? I have no idea. Those don't look like the normal garrison flags, though. Yeah, so we'll have to do some testing to see how whales are different than oysters, but I imagine it's going to be somewhat similar. And the whole fishing ships can garrison in docks thing is from, again, it's from Thalassocracy Cup, so we've seen it all already. Trade cogs can be configured to trade for gold, wood, or an equal amount of both. This is from Chronicles, and again, this was part of the Thalassocracy Cup tournament. And docks now only use a single user interface page to produce all ships and research all technologies. Additionally, docks shoot arrows when garrisoned by fishing ships. So again, all of this is the same. Now there's like a blurb here. So, we have reviewed your feedback after the Thalassocracy Cup tournament last year, and have made a number of changes to address several issues. In particular, Hulk damage has been reduced, demo ship explosions are more deadly, and all warships are a bit slower. Good stuff there. A full change log will be available with the official patch notes coming mid-February. Of course, I'll do a video on that. And we'd like to thank everyone for the detailed feedback that has helped us guide balance for the new naval warfare, which we are excited to share with the entire community on February 17th. Okay, so yeah, we'll just run through this real quick. So, general changes. Ship statistics have been revamped to no longer rely on arcane calculations of different attack bonuses and armor bonuses, and have been greatly simplified. Ship combat now only uses either pierce damage, which is galleys and ranged unique ships, or melee damage, fire ships, demos, hulks, and cannon galleons, and a single case of attack bonus, long-range ships. Note that not all statistics changed are reflected here, as ship relationships between one another are kept broadly unchanged. This info, it is on a blurb. I'll just put that in chat for you guys now, and for people on YouTube, I'll put it in the description. So, we have the new Hulk, of course. Good against fire ships, bad against galleys, and they benefit from melee attack upgrades. We've seen this already. Reduced damage to fit a more situational role, upgraded as a single line, and no longer available to civilizations with a unique ship, Vikings, Portuguese, and Koreans. Fishing ships can garrison in docks, queue fish traps, and toggle. Okay, that's fine. Receives ship armor class. Fishing ships used to have their own armor class, basically for feudal age fire galleys. Now they're just simplifying it again, and can gather gold from whales as a whaling ship. Trade cogs now have their different options. Galley line receives the long-ranged armor class, that's just its number, doesn't mean anything. Gains bonus damage against long-range ships, and loses bonus against all other ships. Fire gains bonus against long-range ships, loses other bonus damage, and damage is just changed to melee. They used to deal both melee and pierce damage, and that's now been simplified. Cannon galleons are long-range ships. Oyster gatherers are now pearlers. Oh, gotta love to see those pearlers in action. And uses the foraging animation instead of mining. Buildings. Docks can now garrison fishing ships with 5 in total, same as before, and garrison dock shoot arrows. That is all the same. Techs. Careening and dry dock move to the university. So yeah, this is the same as before. The upgrades are cheaper, although more gold intensive relative to food. And each upgrade gives you 1 extra pierce armor. So we have different upgrades to improve movement speed. So now it's just you get the extra pierce armor. Shipwrights move to the university. Gill nets is basically split in twain because you also have the new upgrade fishing lines. So it's now cheaper, and it's just going to stagger that food income a little bit more. And then, War Galley, Galleon, and Fast Fire Ship were removed as it's all streamlined to medium warships and heavy warships. And then Heavy Demo Ship has a little bit of a cost increase. So, fishing lines available at the dock and is the precursor to gill nets. You get it in Feudal Age. Gill nets is a Castle Age technology. And yeah, again, you're splitting gill nets between 2 upgrades. Why are Dravidians considered a civ without a unique because the Dravidian unique ship doesn't have an elite upgrade, which means that the demos fit in the 1 page. So it's actually less about civs with unique ships and more about civs with unique ships that need an elite upgrade. Because then they ran out of room on the card. On the user interface. Anyway, notably, the medium and heavy warship upgrades now cost food and gold. Or wood and gold, rather, instead of food and gold for War Galley, and it's also cheaper. And then it was food and wood for Galleon and wood and gold for Fast Fire Ship. So that's a little bit different. And then we have Carvel Hull and Clinker Construction. Again, these are brand new upgrades. And each will improve the ship movement speed by 10%. So that is all good in the hood. And they said that they overall slowed the ships down, so these upgrades are probably going to be a bit more important. And note that Carvel Hull, Clinker Construction, Careening and Dry Dock, and Siphons Incendiaries are not available to all civilizations, so it's a little bit here and a little bit there. And then Siphons Incendiaries, basically because fire ships don't benefit from blacksmith upgrades like hulks and galleys do, they get their own set of sort of attack boost upgrades. So they're just available at the university. Siphons, you get an explosive charge attack. It's basically a little like blast attack damage thing. And Incendiaries is they explode when they are sunk, which does help a fair bit against enemy hulks. Helps balance that engagement a little bit. And then Demolition Ship is its own unique upgrade. So, civilization-specific changes. Oh yeah, Vikings gain access to Fire Galley line, lose access to the Demo Raft line. I actually don't love this. I kind of wish they had demos but no Fire Galleys, because they never had fire ships, right? So I kind of wish that was the case. And I think that Vikings would be fine having hulks. Like, Vikings were unplayable on hybrid maps because they didn't have fire ships. Now they're getting that, so they're going to be super good. But I think they would have been fine with just having hulks to counter enemy fire ships. That's it. It's what we're getting. Also, their discount bonus was nerfed a little bit in Feudal Age. Japanese fishing ship bonus changed from 100 HP to Pierce Armor to just 100 extra HP. The armor stats of fishing ships have been reworked, so they should, I think, still be a lot more vulnerable to land units. And I think that's still going to be the case with Japanese, especially now that they don't get as much Pierce armor. Portuguese lose demo rafts, and then their ship HP bonus was buffed, so this is going to be a nice buff to the Portuguese here on the water. 15% and 20%, just getting all that extra HP for your ships is huge. Tarak was removed, though, so you no longer get the extra armor. And then you get circumnavigation as your new unique tech, sets the entire map to explored, and ships train 33% faster. This is not as quick a production speed boost as Shipwright because they changed the wording on Shipwright. But you're still getting part of the effect of Shipwright when Portuguese themselves don't get Shipwright because they already have a gold discount. So this is still going to be a very potent tech for Portuguese because unlike Shipwright itself, this is very cheap, 250 food, 150 wood. So that's going to be a nice win there for Portuguese. Shipwright, remember guys, is 1,000 food and 300 gold and available only in the Imperial Age. Gurjara's fishing ships, they used to be the only civ that can garrison fishing ships in docks. Now every civ can do that, so Gurjara's instead get 5 extra space in the docks for fishing ships, so perfectly fine change there. Italians getting a little bit of a nerf in their discount, considering there are so many more techs to research. That seems totally fair. All good stuff. Get the sightline bonus on all their warships? Yeah, they should. And then, Woo, careening and dry dock cheaper and available 1 mage earlier. That doesn't really work anymore. So careening and dry dock are free, so you just get extra Pierce armor for free in Castle Age and Imperial Age. And then Aztecs, humans, Incas, and Mayans all gain access to the Catapult Galleon. I imagine this will also include the 3 new civilizations, the Mapuche, Muisca, and Tupi. I assume it's going to be the exact same, but I guess they aren't in the game yet, so there's not really a change. And of course, it is all coming on the 17th. So guys, that is going to be it for the naval rework. Definitely let me know in the comments what you think of these changes. There's going to be a lot, and I think this is one of those situations where it's all in the details as to, is this going to work or is this not going to work? It didn't really work, I think, in Thalassocracy Cup. That's just because the water triangle was kind of broken by Hulks being too good. So we'll have to see. We will have to see, guys. It is interesting, though. I'm quite curious to see how this is going to pan out. Will people start to enjoy water maps, or will they not? Who knows? Who knows? But guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. All right. Video is all good there. Phew, all those smelly YouTube people are done. All right, let's see what's going on now. Oh. Well, I guess there aren't any other series other than NeoZz and Target, which was starting at the same time anyway. I mean, Chart versus Kumbito, but that's not until 7 o'clock my time. So, what we can do, I think, is, if you guys would be interested, what we can do, let's see, Silver Rex, Ornlu gameplay, not at the moment. I am going to go cast the other series, because I feel like it. I haven't been live very long, and I feel like I haven't been doing much streaming, so I just kind of want to keep doing it. So, let me just give me a moment here so I can set things up. Community games? I don't do community games often. I will, however, cast the other series. Oh, dip. Get the drafts. Too many tabs. I can't handle it. Alright, so Target's on the left, NeoZz is on the right. Scoot. Oh, yeah, well, need to do this. Let's go. Target. Whoops. All right. And we should be good to go. Oh, I should also update the title of the stream. Target331 versus NeoZz. Then we should be good to go. Unfortunately, I am a one-man show and therefore must do all the updating myself. Again, guys, this series was, it's literally less than, what, 2 hours old? Set up, lots of setting up to do. Alrighty, guys, here we are. Game number 1. In this play all 3 from the earlier set that I didn't cast, you will have Target in the red as the Portuguese to the east, and to the west in the blue as the Dravidians. It will be NeoZz, so we are back to hybrid map mania, as is tradition. So Stranded was a map that I think it was first in the last TTL, and there were some really interesting games on it. And then it was in Warlords, and there were, like, no interesting games on it. So we'll have to see. Because it seems like a bit of a trend with hybrid maps, especially the ones that people like, where they're... Some of them have, like, very good games on them early on, but then they just kind of get figured out, and then it becomes the same... same thing. Team game map? I don't know. I think I first saw it in the last TTL, though. But yeah, that was just another aggressive hybrid map, like one of the many back in Warlords. So hopefully, for all of our sakes, we can see something maybe a bit more interesting, right? Maybe some fast castle stuff, maybe full water play. Oh, hello, NeoZz. No spoilerinos. On screen. I didn't even know that was a thing. Yay. I hope you all enjoyed. Alright, you do start with the fishing ship. We have another one on the way here for NeoZz. Both Dravidians and Portuguese are fantastic water and hybrid civs, so no real advantage there. Yes, I actually just recorded a video on it, Professor Jelly. I can't upload it while I'm still streaming, so that will be going on YouTube as soon as I'm done with the... As soon as I log off of the stream, I will upload it to YouTube. Why you're so ugly here in Germany? I think you're beautiful, Everchance, on the inside. I don't know about the outside. A 2 out of 10? I don't get it. Alright, 3 fishing ships, just to the 2. So nice start here for NeoZz. Dravidians do get that extra housing space, though, which is nice. Basically, 25 extra wood that you can just get that fishing ship out a little bit earlier. This version of Stranded does seem to have the very little stone on the map identity, which previous versions have had. 2 ton, 210, 2 ton, 210. I'd say that's a 2 out of 10 joke, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Yeah, Teutonic Knights are pretty majestic. Anyway, nice start here for NeoZz, getting those fishing ships out. And as far as like who to favor, NeoZz and Target are pretty different. NeoZz is much more the new school, relatively aggressive player, whereas Target is like an old BF player, so he's very slow. I don't think NeoZz is super fast, but yeah, you can see Target has Ornlu APM. So we'll have to see how this is going to work. But look at it, 6 fishing ships already out here for our Dravidians player. And you get the extra efficiency with your fishing ships being able to have double the carry capacity. Not 2k4, because I am big noob. Because I tried to play Chinese against Malay on Arena, and I didn't even go aggressive. I thought that, man, Chinese rocket carts might be good here. And then I just got obliterated by the Malay player who went ARBs into bombard cannons and traps. It wasn't very fun. Alright, barracks on the way. Malay is rough to face, that's true. But I didn't really have map control in mid-game. I also tried to play, I actually played against low elo nobody, and I went 1 TC Monastery, or double Monastery as Aztecs versus Bengalis, and he just went double Monastery defensively and just won by booming. As I get Aztecs on Arena, man, I need to clown. It's all I want in life. All right, another dock coming in. Stop. Oh, no. All right. Will be for a Men-at-Arm rush of some kind here for NeoZz. Again, he's going to have 8 fishing ships to 5. That is not an insignificant difference, and we are already looking at a 200 resources lead. That said, what is Target doing, actually? Their uptimes are exactly the same, but NeoZz just has way more stuff. I mean, honestly, it just seems like NeoZz has a better build at this point. I mean, Dravidians can be a little bit faster than Portuguese, but it shouldn't really be, like... It's not the Civ that is the reason of this extreme discrepancy. Ships couldn't be boarded. I don't think it requires 15 minutes. I think it's just, okay, look at the iron hull and the big pointy spikes. Yeah, that's why they couldn't be boarded. Alright, Men-at-Arms and Double Vidax both on the way here for NeoZz. He has 4 militia, and he is ready to come out swinging. Barracks is just now on the way, but he also has 2 fire galleys. I mean, NeoZz is, like, it's the literal definition of having your cake and eating it too. He's doing the exact same thing as his opponent, but from an advantageous position. Archery range coming in here as well, and I mean, this is looking rough here for Target. Arson coming in too. You do get the discount on that as the Dravidians, remember. And the Men-at-Arms are going to be looking to do some damage. Now, of course, the thing with this map is that your TC is very, very safe. See that your Lumberjacks are pretty safe here, but that's where the tower comes in. And honestly, Scotty doesn't know, guys. Oh, man, Scotty literally clueless. Forward dock to the south. That does put you on 3 total. And that fishing ship is under a little bit of pressure. NeoZz does need to pay attention. Guys can be sailing away for now. Okay, there's the defensive tower, but this is very, very late. This tower is already in, and this could just easily end up getting denied at this point, guys. Oh, no. Oh, no. And downhill Men-at-Arms with Arson. Yeah, this is not... Okay, don't want to run into the TC fire, NeoZz. That is not what you want to do. Oh man, there's a skirmisher out, but this... I mean, you don't need to just win water right now as Target. You need to win water super hard. Well, you can't really do that because the fire galley numbers are identical, and although you get 10 extra HP as the Portuguese, it is just nowhere near enough. And right now, this game is all NeoZz at the moment. Archers are going to garrison the tower, going to give you more arrows. NeoZz honestly does need to be careful there with his archer. I don't think that okay, that's kind of a mistake from Target. Archer should just be allowed to go in there. Lumber camp going to be rebuilt over here from Target. But we just look at this. We're already, what is it? 25% more resources for NeoZz. Wild stuff. Another dock coming in. And it was all just from the better early build. NeoZz did lose one fishing ship, but he was still ahead by 2 to 3. One defensive archer out. But the question is, where are you going in this game as Target? You're still very far away from Castle Age. You don't have the fishing lead. Now, it's true that NeoZz did invest into 4 men-at-arms, and even with Dravidians, that is still a pretty darn significant investment. What do you lose, Target? Like 2k5. Both these guys, I think, are like 2k5. Gets the kill here. And there's another kill. Villagers not having a great time there. And without much food income, this is just going to be so tough. Actually, Loom is only just now incoming. Target is trying to win the tower war, but now you have all of these units over here. They do have fletching. Oh no. Oh no, Target. This is a rough hybrid map right here. Oh no! Look at all these vills milling around. Oh no! Oh, this is unfun in the extreme here for poor Target. 16-7 military. Men-at-Arms is actually back here applying pressure. How much damage has this guy done? Just 150, but still, that's enough to be a difference maker. And because the tower is actually mostly full of range, you should just pop out with those guys, and I mean, you're going to lose everything there as well. On the water over here, fishing ships are still working for both players, but it is still just a noticeable advantage at this point for NeoZz. Yeah, I mean, this is just what hybrid maps look like sometimes. If you have a better early build and better early execution, games get one-sided very, very fast. Especially on a map that is as unforgiving as this one. It's a very difficult map to play. Trying to get another tower here. Sure, whatever. I'm kind of surprised he's not targeting villagers. Well, you don't have a scout cavalry, right? So map awareness is mostly predicated on knowing your opponent's build and being able to predict exactly what they're doing. There's very little active scouting to do early on. And there's the GG called. I mean, definition of a one-sided game right there. NeoZz basically did the exact same thing, but better. Target at no point in this game ever had any real advantage. In any meaningful way. Tower, I mean, it's tricky, right? Sometimes games just look like that. Not necessarily indicative of how the series is going, but, you know, if you're NeoZz, you gotta be feeling good after that. That was the first pick versus last pick, Civ. Not that I think Dravidians are really all that much better than Portuguese. I mean, I think they're maybe slightly better because the map is aggressive, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Northern Crossings will appear to be the next map, which I've never seen it before, but this looks exactly like Northern Isles, but with shallows at the edges. We'll have to see if you start with the transport ship, but this feels like Italians, Armenians. Or could be Malay. We will see. Alrighty, kiddos, game number 2. Okay, this map is literally Northern Isles. Oh, no, okay, so there's one other small but important distinction. So yeah, it looks exactly like Northern Isles, but with shallow crossings at the edges. And that's what it is for the most part. But your high ground is only in your immediate area. Whereas with Northern Isles, basically the entire islands are uphill from the shoreline, which means that buildings are going to be much more vulnerable to ships. Unless you're, in this starting area. I don't remember if the middle island had any high ground on the regular Northern Isles. So yeah, that is a small but important distinction to make. Other than that, the map is, it's Northern Isles. It's exactly what you would expect. Except you can cross with land units over here. But it's not like you could fully wall this anyway because of the rocky terrain, so kind of a moot point. I don't know why you start with a transport ship then. Like, do you really need a transport ship if you also have 2 huge shallow crossings that can't be walled? Just makes it more hybridy of a map. Also, the fish density seems to be pretty high. Like, look at all these fishies. Look at all the fisky mothers. Like a little bit of a lame merino of a sheep. Anyway, Armenians for NeoZz, and then we have Italians for Target. Both these civs are very, very good. Don't really think there's any major distinction there in terms of who's better. Because it's a little bit more hybridy, I kind of like Italians. I mean, I love how flexible Italians are. They have the early game with all the discounts that's good enough to keep up with Armenians. Their late game Navy pound for pound isn't as good, but they have very good coastal defenses, which I like a lot. That said, Armenians are super good. They have a better pure galley rush, which isn't as important on this map, but it's still something to keep in mind. And then, of course, better eco. And the relic potential. I mean, they're both great civs. Just small advantages one way or the other. As they say. Nullified Isles. T90 likes these sorts of maps too. It is unfortunately a fundamental disagreement I have with them. But we all have our own tastes when it comes to maps. And it is absolutely any tournament host's right to pick whatever the heck maps they want. Except Crater Lake. Every tournament should have Crater Lake in it. Anyway, 2 fishing ships to 2 fishing ships. Much more even start between these 2 players. Notably, it is a back dock here from Target, which is perhaps a bit more indicative that he wants a slower opening. Forward dock here from NeoZz. Maybe a bit more indicative of an aggressive opening. But we will have to see. We will see. Still nothing too wild happening so far. Research in Loom makes your villagers harder to kill. And it's important to do on aggressive maps. So, Feudalite on the way here for NeoZz. Indeed, he is the guy with the more aggressive opening. I mean, this is looking very similar to a classic Galley Rush build, but there's the barracks. The barracks is not a core part of the Galley Rush, by the way. You can see, actually, the ability to trade in early men-at-arms is going to be super good because, like, having 2 deep fish right next to your dock and a shore fish for a villager is way better than you used to get with an old Galley Rush. Father Brown. Was his wife Mother Blue? And that is a fishing ship. Get it? the fifth fishing ship is the fifthing ship? Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Early walls coming in here. Target expecting something aggressive. Sees the forward dock. Doesn't know about the barracks yet, but his spidey senses are tingling. And he did go a little bit greedier. He got the extra fishing ship out. You do have that discount as Italians, which is, of course, nifty. Oh, but this is nice here from NeoZz. Target's going FC, by the way, so another reason to wall yourself in early. Oh, nice volley there from the TC. Just getting that damage in here for Target. Anyway, kill there. Of course, Men-at-Arm upgrade is incoming. DBA as well. Always very important to pick up for the Armenians. And you're almost up to Feudal Age. Target likely going to need to sell a stone. Actually, you only need 170. He's probably fine. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, these Men-at-Arms are unlikely to do a whole heck of a lot until they have some sort of ranged support behind it. Although they deal 10 damage here. Oh yeah, because of the -2 melee armor. And here you are. Good way to get Villager over quickly is just to transport over. And look at that Armenian longswordsman too. Oh boy, this is getting spicy. Defensive tower coming in, so not having to sell the stone is a bit of a win there for Target, because he's still going to be able to get to Castle Age. So got to be careful there, and much better prepared this time is Target. This is a man who saw the last game and is like, okay, let's not have that happen again. And that tower gonna have to be canceled now. Ihu Tower's second tower is best, remember, so this is still gonna be a super good tower location for NeoZz. And Fletching incoming. Now, it would be a big mistake if NeoZz built this tower that was still in range of this one if Fletching was in. There was literally no reason to do that. But I don't like casting with all the circles on, so we'll have to see how this one pans out. Okay, yeah, that's just a mistake from NeoZz. It should be exactly one tile out of tower with Fletching range. That way, you can still deny the lumberjacks. Or at least a lot of them. But you can't win the tower war, because you only have one villager here. So that is actually a very real mistake from NeoZz. Just a guaranteed loss in the tower war. Unless maybe you can repair out of range, but even so, that's going to drain all your stone really quick. Anyway, 6 fishing ships to 9. Love that here from NeoZz. You know, the aggression isn't really killing anything at the moment, but it is at least enabling you to take a much, much, much more economic approach in late Feudal Age here. Also, no double bit axe even in yet for Target. Tower's already taken its entire base HP worth of damage. Villa's even going to be going here for some repairs. 20 seconds to Castle Age, though. NeoZz still, of course, nowhere near clicking up. Longswordsman being very annoying. That market's taken a lot of damage, and you are actually almost out of wood. And what actually is the plan here? Just making another fire galley. Okay, monastery on the way. Yeah, see, you're out of stone. And there you go. And there's double bit axe and war galley coming in. Don't take the engagement before war galley's in, Target. I think it's pretty straightforward as to why you don't want to do that. Still have 2 fire galleys out, and they're about to be fire ships, but even so. Not a fan. See, these small differences, you know, are what separates the Silver League players from the Platinum League players. Although, obviously, these guys are still both super good and, you know, fun to watch, but you can see these little differences. Oh, so now coming in here from Target. He is still very much on the 1 TC. Couple demos now on the way. Couple Montezuma 1s, if you know what I mean. Where's the nearest stone mine? Did Northern Isles always have stone mines that were off of Neptune? Huh? 10 fishing ships, BT dubs. Okay, just gonna buy the stone for an extra TC. Gold mining upgrade coming in. Again, you do get that advantage as the Armenians. You also have the more efficient eco thanks to the mule carts. Double wombo combo there. Long swordsmen are just hanging out for now. Monk coming in with a relic here. Of course, the resources collected are, for the time being, going to heavily favor NeoZz. Yeah, I seem to remember that as well. Anyway, that demo is going to get enough done. Now, did Target notice this? Because there's a villager over here that's still looking to get some damage done. A ton of fires on the way for NeoZz. Yeah, nothing too crazy happening there. More monks on the way as Target's just looking to slowly expand himself out onto the map here. Still 4 fire ships, 2 4 fire galleys, but just so many more on the way. And of course, you know, the sailing distance is quite far. Ooh, I think that was the transport ship that had to be deleted, yeah. Anyway, Bosaw War Galley immediately on the way for NeoZz upon reaching Castle Age. He's also going to be stuck on the 1 TC, but with a significant resources lead for quite some time. Now, there's a fire ship finally coming in, and that might start to torch the fishing ships. You can just see the difference between Castle Age fire ships and Feudal Age fire galleys against fishing ships specifically. Oh, that longswordman's like, I never loved you, brothers! And then he immediately gets killed. All right. Buying some stone. Second TC. First fortified church coming in to get the free relic. Go. Gotta be careful. Oh. Oh, rip. Rip, rip, rip. That would have been really annoying if there was a monk there. Doc coming forward finally. Horse collar just now on its way. Build numbers are even, but again, you just have the 1,300 more resources right now as NeoZz. And he's even getting the 3rd TC. So still looking to expand that economy, which is how you pronounce that word. I promise. And not get eaten by the way, because the bears respect the holy men. You don't just kill a man of faith as a bear. Wheelbarrow coming in as well. No horse collar, but he only has 1 farm, so I don't think that's too big of a deal. And now he's even getting horse collar too. Bunch of warrior priests even queued up. NeoZz searching for those relics. Another good game so far from NeoZz, but Target is looking to claw his way back into it. And remember, in the late game, you don't get shipwright or fast fire ships as Armenians, but you have super galleons and super Drummonds and super demo ships. Whereas Italians, their ships are generic in terms of unit quality, but they also miss heavy demo. Just look at the current Pope. Indeed. Anyway, you know, high-octane fire ship gameplay. Get it? Because it's burning. Good fight there, of course, for Target. Another transport coming in probably wants to secure that relic. He'll have this forward Vildo. And it's still 3 TCs to 2. But these are getting to be better and better fights for Target. Again, he is behind, but far from irrevocably so. He's still doing some good things. He's now going after the fishing ships, and he's still fighting hard for the water. We're looking at 16 fire ships to 7, actually. Doing a really good job making sure those fires are continuing to fire. Aw, perfectly symmetrical violence. I cry every time. Okay. Good hit there. Need to bring the rest of these bad boys forward. Sanctity now going to be in here for the monk/warrior priests. You're going to get that relic, so it's going to be, what, 4 to 2 relics, I think? Even a monastery or a fortified church over here. Bilbro just now coming in here for red. Still a 5-vil lead. Yes, that's the 3rd TC, but everything is still a step ahead for NeoZz. Except fire ship numbers. A couple more Fisky mothers are killed, and those warrior priests, man, they are tanky. And here's a siege workshop, too. Both these civs very good at monk siege pressure. I mean, I still favor NeoZ's position for sure. Oh, is he gonna get guard tower? I'd like that. Yeah, he sees the siege workshop too. Give me a guard tower with a discount. Anyway, NeoZz is still doing just enough here on the water. He still has 5 of his fishing ships left. Not sure what the university's for then. Gotta be careful with the ships. And of course, this area is like demo alley. All these ships are very close to each other. Atonement. Okay, that's fine. You do need it to convert warrior priests. Yeah, it's a second lumber camp that probably should have been in a while ago, but I mean, yeah, the mangonel pressure is honestly pretty darn obvious. Another monastery on its way. Target's also slowly accumulating the resources he needs for Imperial Age. Wait a minute. Where did the Vil go? The Vil die? That would be a big mistake if the Vil died. Because, yeah, this happens. Again, think how much more annoying it would be if the tower was 1 tile further back. Classic Italian warrior priest. And there's Imp, guys. Imp nowhere near here for NeoZz. His eco is a lot better. He's booming like a madman. But this Imp timing could be very significant. Now remember, fast fire ships do the exact same damage to other fire ships as Castle Age fire ships. The only difference in fast fire ship v Castle Age fire ship combat is that fast fire ships have 20 more HP and move faster. Which, I mean, is nice, but it's not like you suddenly crush your opponent's navy. You just have more efficient ships by a little bit. Oh, that's a conversion. Redemption's on the way. Did he delete that? Or did this TC kill it? I don't know. Anyway, docks are going down over there. We're still missing 1 relic as NeoZz, but probably pick that up before all that long. Target and NeoZz both coming in with resources needed for a castle, but this is obviously going to be a very good castle spot as for NeoZz, as, well, Scotty doesn't know, man. Yeah, I know it's low HP, but I didn't see what, like, actually dealt it the killing blow. I didn't see the arrows, but I could have just missed it. Anyway, castle obviously in a very, very good spot here for NeoZz on his opponent's island. Insta conversion on the other side, though. 33 seconds to Imp. Was the T... Yeah, again, I just didn't see it. Yeah, those Vils need to run away. And there's Imp on the way. Yeah, Siege Workshop actually goes down there. Castle coming up defensively, and you should have time to get that castle down and get a Treb coming in. But it's like, okay, what are you going to do with Imperial Age, Target? Devotion is not an Imperial Age upgrade. You do not need a very expensive Imperial Age upgrade for that. Still not seeing it, guys. I think Fast Fire Ship and a Trebuchet are the next... Okay, there's block printing, but now you can't afford a Trebuchet, which is all getting very awkward. 5,000 more resources right now for NeoZz. Old shaft mining coming in too, really starting to round out those eco upgrades. So just going to be missing a hand card at this rate. Anyway, there's the Treb coming in. Plenty of stone, honestly, for both players. Demo's doing demo-y things, but honestly, Target doesn't have much of a navy at this point anyway. There's Fast Fire Ship coming in. It is going to be helpful, like I said, but it's not that big of a difference. And we don't have the we will no longer, or we won't see the Fast Fire Ship upgrade all that much longer, guys. This icon will be swapped over to either Siphons or Incendiaries. I forget which one. Oh, rip those fire ships. Siphons? Okay. There's Imp. The Galleon isn't going to be used anymore, right? Or War Galley, because both medium and heavy warships have their own unique upgrade icon. All right. 2 Trebs going to be out before the first one is of NeoZz. He still has plenty of stone with which to repair. All sorts of Galleon upgrades coming in now, though, here for our blue player NeoZz. And, you know, the Imp advantage is gone at this point. Gold, you got a little bit left over there. Dragon ship, careening dry dock. Oh, all those upgrades are going bye-bye. Wasn't soon enough? Well, it's more like he hit Imp and couldn't do anything with it. Because he still was getting pressured on the land. Like, you want to go Imp and then go right back out on water, but because of this great forward castle from NeoZz, he just wasn't able to do so. Defensive castle now coming in, and this is just giving NeoZz all the time he needs to build up his navy. Oh, just being annoying there with the Vil. Castle coming up over here to the south. But still, you know what? Target's not dead yet, and there's always something to be said for that. Castle's taken 12,000 damage, but will eventually go down. And there you go. Bunch of demos coming in, and look at this fleet here for NeoZz. This is going to be getting real scary. He's also taking some of his opponent's wood at this point. Oh, that's a bit of a splat right there. Cilician fleet is on its way. And you will need some of your own galleons as target, but you will also need to get some of your shipwright. Some of your shipwright. You need some shipwright, guys. No heavy demo yet for NeoZz. And no middle control yet for either player. Things are still looking very good for blue, though. Oh, no! Oh, there you go. Dodge! Need a cheap shipwright. Not the mule cart! Wow, what did that mule cart ever do, man? They get Drummonds. And they get Drummonds with an extra projectile. So it's basically built-in siege engineers. You get built-in the attack advantage from built-in siege engineers as a civ bonus, and then you get the range of siege engineers from Cilician fleet. Anyway, you also get +1 range on your galleons, which is obviously super great. And indeed, Trebs are being used against the galleons. Heated shot coming in now for Armenians. There is Galleon, still missing a ton of upgrades, though. Well, it was a pretty safe bet. Target is very short on options at the moment. How on earth those both missed, I have no idea. Anyway, Drummond's coming in as well. They're going to be drumming up some damage here. Am I right, chat, or am I right? Yeah, Armenian Drummond's very good. And remember, you have way fewer buildings on the high ground compared to Northern Isles. Like, this castle would have been on the high ground on Northern Isles, but it's not here on Northern Crossing. So it's going to go down a lot faster. I mean, it's not an enormous population lead, but it's enough. It's enough that you really question what are you going to be doing in this game at this point as our red player. Guard tower coming in. Unfortunately, no keeps for the Armenians. Trireme just could not keep that in their tech tree. They do get bombard towers, though. Indeed. And no catapult galleons. Best I can do. I think Armenians are the only civ to have bombard tower, but literally no other gunpowder units. Like, none. I know, shipwright coming in, obviously this is probably going to be way too late. No bombard cannon, no hand cannoneer, no other gunpowder auxiliary gunpowder units. They just get if you don't count the proto gunpowder. Does it take bonus damage from condos, Trirem? That's gunpowder. And Chinese used to count as well because they got regular cannon galleons. All right, shipwrights in. It is your main advantage at this point as the Italians, but I just don't see it. It feels like you're way too far behind at this point. NeoZz has full control of his island. He's got a bunch of towers over there. His monks are just not doing enough. Target still lost so many villagers, and he loses the quality battle against these galleons anyway due to the extra projectile in range. Petards are not gunpowder units for whatever reason. Anyway, yeah. Uh-huh. What the? Did I miss some? What? What? That was a weird one. Just deleted a bunch of his ships. It literally didn't even matter, but yeah. That's pretty wild. Yeah, Fire Lancers are gunpowder units. Anyway, from the start of the game, Target was just never able to cross the map, and the faster Imperial Age simply did not matter because he had to push back on land and on water, and he just did not have the resources to do both. It did that? I have no idea. Anyway, Target loses there. That was his #1 map and Civ pick. I mean, it was #2 Civ pick here for NeoZz, but whatever. And that means the final map will be African River, a map that I do not know at all. So, let's just go see. And remember, every single win matters here, both in terms of short-term prize money and long-term trying to advance out of the group stage. So even though Target has lost, he still very much wants to win this game. So, let's see. NeoZz Blue Georgians over here to the east, and Target Red Malay to the west. Huh? So there's a lot of shorefish. There's some hunt as well. Dash. Go on. I am not playing right now. There's a good boy. So, yeah, so you have these areas, these pockets where you have a ton of deep fish. I mean, this seems like another aggressive hybrid map, but I'm not too sure. Why this is important. It doesn't say I have any dropped frames, so I don't think it's anything on my end. I don't think so. Yeah, this is, again, literally my first time ever seeing this map. I don't know why this matters at all. Like, can't you just do the exact same thing over here? I mean, I guess it's a closer distance, but it's not like it's that big of a deal. No lumen for either player. But dock here to the south for NeoZz, so he'll be adding in the extra fishing ships. That is, of course, always going to be an advantage here for the Georgians. Tower in the middle, do you think it really matters that much? I mean, you deny what? 2-3 farms? Hey, Moya. Yeah, I mean, again, I am ready to learn, guys, because I have no idea what this is all about. Eric's coming in here for target. But this eco from NeoZz is going to be very, very good. Alright, is it going to be for a Drush or Men-at-Arm rush? I guess for the time being, it will be no units being made. You need the 2 buildings, remember, so going for the barracks instead of a mill. Taking from the hunt there, not taking from the shorefish, though. There's Loom coming in, and NeoZz is going to look to click up soon. He already has 4 fishing ships out and 2 villagers gathering from these deep fish, so I mean, there's a lot of food here. 1,000 food. All right. Now, Target's going to get up very quickly. Power of melee and all that. And he is going to queue up probably just 2 militia to do a little bit of, you know, annoyance. Don't think it's going to be anything more significant than that. Out here just being a bit annoying. Oh, no Loom! Research in Loom makes your villagers harder to kill. Eco, though, going to be looking much better here for NeoZz. He's ahead by 3 vills. I mean, yeah, melee will essentially catch up in villagers, but I don't really see it being a big advantage here for Target. Anyway, it's actually going to be for a full-blown Men-at-Arm rush. That makes 3 games in a row of NeoZz going for an aggressive Men-at-Arm play. Loom over you is large. All right, Doc coming in here from Target. Looking to go aggressive. Target's been the passive player both of the games so far. This game, he is looking to do something out there. Yeah, the bill win. Oh no, the bill doesn't win! Oh no. It's so hard to figure out those things. Uh-oh. Now, of course, you don't have a scout cavalry on hand, so you're not going to be able to block the villagers in the way that you want to. Good quick balls there from NeoZz, but this isn't really what he's looking for. I still don't really get what these vills are doing. There is no tower. That's what you were wondering, although he is mining some stone. He has enough stone for another tower. But no barracks yet. It's all on the water, and there is a fire galleon coming. There's already one on its way, though, for blue. Attacking vills noted. That sounds both fun and interactive. I want to see 33% faster attacking villagers from the Dark Age. I think that'd be a lot of fun to play against. They have no other bonuses. That's just all they have. Just go forward with vills every single time. But no Loom. Oh, jeez. All right, another dock is coming in. Now, we do not have a villager on standby right now for Target to repair the damaged ship. But right now, you're looking at a resources lead as the not melee player, which feels like a big advantage. 2 towers up already. Barracks coming in here as well. But this is a pretty significant investment for a guy who's already behind in economy. He did get 1 villager. But is that enough? A demo fast? Oh, jeez. That would be rough. Archery range coming in here as well. don't see one at home for Target, though. Now, the chances of you being able to escape the feudal age without having to build an archery range is extremely low. So we'll have to see what exactly Target can actually accomplish at this point. Because it's tough, man. This demo, unless it gets an obscenely good hit, which NeoZz is obviously not going to let happen. Not a very good hit. Parries are going to be coming in there. I'm just trying to see where Target can leverage an advantage, and I just don't see it at the moment. Blacksmith coming in now as well. Archers are on their way, and you're just so safe. Now, it's very difficult to fully wall yourself in, but you're kind of getting there as NeoZz. You're at least limiting the routes from which your opponent can attack you. It is really weird, right? Because this TC is actually in the shallows, and this TC is not. I don't know if that really makes a difference. I mean, it's not like either player docked here. But that is something that is, I guess, maybe worth mentioning. Anyway, fire ship here, unlikely to get anything terribly exciting done. Might get a fishing ship, but to kill a fishing ship, it would have to sacrifice itself, so it's, like, not that much of a win. It is currently 4-4 fire ships, but you have the repairing advantage, and that is actually a very good hit there for NeoZz. Suddenly way ahead in the KD. Base cannon galleon? I don't know, Golden Royal. I couldn't tell you. Also, it's double bit axe to no double bit axe in favor of NeoZz. Again, we're just looking at our red player falling further and further behind as NeoZz is having an excellent series. On 3 hybrid maps, mind you. Every single map in this map pool was a hybrid map. Best caster? Did you stumble into the wrong stream? I mean, it happens. Sometimes you click on a link and you never know where it's gonna take you. At least that's what I told my wife. Yep. But you're not married. You are now to America. What? I just say things. I don't think you get that. My wife dash? Something like that. Anyway, look at this. 13 kills to 4 deaths. 14 kills to 4 deaths. NeoZz is just crushing it, guys. Trump's America? No, it's from a movie. I forget what movie. It's like a Vietnam movie. It's like, they've kidnapped your wife, but I'm not married. You are now to America. But yeah, it's like some Vietnam War movie. Anyway, archers doing even more damage. I mean, the KD is like, what, plus 10 for NeoZz in the last few minutes? Yeah, we're looking at 8 fire ships to 1. And I don't know what Target's plan is even when he gets to Castle Age. Like, what can he do? It's like with Imperial Age in the last game. Like, sure, you're up faster, but your eco is very bad. You have no army, and no obvious thing to do with your tech advantage. NeoZz is up on his way here as well. Mangonels, I mean, he doesn't have any villagers for a siege workshop. I mean, maybe build the siege workshop here and apply pressure across the middle, but that doesn't feel very exciting. That would work a lot better if this was a map where your opponent wasn't going to be out fish booming you by a significant margin. And speaking of margins, your margin for error is so much less. Also, yeah, I think he does want the siege workshop, but he doesn't have the blacksmith prerequisite. I mean, it's like every hybrid map in tournaments, I feel like I need to say this, where if you're going aggressive, if you're trying to leverage some kind of timing advantage on a hybrid map, your baseline of damage that you need to get done is so much higher, because every fishing ship that your opponent has basically represents an extra villager you have to kill to find value. A married man already. Nah, I don't even have a girlfriend, man. Why I have to talk about all my sad hinge stories. Alright, repairs coming in. And buying stone, looking for the castle drop, but stable coming in. You already have +1 defense on the way. And the castle even has to be built at home. This is all sorts of not exciting. Crossbow and bodkin coming in. Okay, that was a good demo hit. I guess you'll take it. Fishing ships still working. 9 fishing ships, guys. More crossbows? But you don't need food for crossbows. Unless you're talking about Target, in which case you were never going crossbowman in the first place. Oh, the upgrade. Yeah. Anyway, castle's in. You're going to send your villager to gather something else, I guess? And as good as Karambits are, they're not going to be very good at all against the Georgian Knights. And it's actually NeoZz who wants to drop a castle, but he doesn't know about this castle, so we're going to get a very awkward situation where the villager is going to be like, I'm going to drop a castle. Oh, wait, I already did. Wait, what just... Oh, okay. Target just buying a lot of food. I mean, this is honestly a lot of exposed villagers. The land army is quite limited for NeoZz. He's got 5 crossbowmen, which are currently running around trying to be annoying on the villagers, which is good. But he only has 1 knight, and it just has +1 defense, although it does get that HP regeneration. But what is going to be very deadly are the Manaspa, and there comes the castle. Remember, Manaspa, for some reason, have 3 melee armor, which helps a ton versus the low damage but high numbers of Karambit warriors. With +1 defense, they only, take 3 damage in attack. And then there's also health regeneration. I mean, knights in general are very good against Karambits, but Manaspa are going to be even more so. Crossbowman here, avoiding the tower fire to help snipe even more villagers. Oh, okay, that's good. That is good here for Target. You could say that he's getting close to his damage. Target! Oh. I don't think Karambits are OP. I think Karambits with free armor upgrades are OP. Also, I never know if that laugh I do, it's either Jabba the Hutt or Bowser from Mario, but I can't decide which one it is. Anyway, more Karambits are coming in, and that's castle number 2. Guys, Target is not giving up without a fight. It's still really tough for him, right? The score, it does not lie. And I think a huge issue is that food income. I don't really see where you're getting any. You have nothing. 25 cents at a time? It's what you get. It's Funky Kong. Something like that. I'm as handsome as Bowser? Well, Bowser's a certified baddie, so I'll take that as a compliment. The Ent? Ents don't really laugh. They're too busy being slow. Anyway, look at that. 34 to 51 vills. GG is called. Just couldn't quite make it work. And NeoZz with the 3-0 victory. Very impressive. 2,000 more food collected. Just getting those early fishing ships, and Target just could not leverage the timings, took a lot of damage. And those are 3 very similar maps, which is kind of rough. Still fun to cast. Glad we casted that series. Was very impressed by NeoZz. The standings? Yeah, I wanted to do that before I headed off. Tom Bombadil's left, maybe. Oh, dang. Blue is only lost 1 game so far. Oh, he already beat NeoZz. That's very impressive. Yeah, Blue looked really good. This is going to be an interesting group, guys. NeoZz 1-1. Antagonist is a solid player. Target did at least beat Babaroom. Yeah, Goku and Babaroom might be struggling at this point just because I don't think they're anywhere near as active as some of the other players. But, like, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to this, guys. I think that this is going to be a lot of fun to be casting Silver and Gold League. And Platinum as well, obviously, but It's really fun to see the up-and-coming players. I enjoy it a lot. But what's next? January 29th is tomorrow, so Kapach Z40 at 8 in the morning my time. I think I'll try and cast that. There's also Doubt versus Fire for Gold League as well. Okay, so there's some stuff to cast, guys. Tomorrow I will try and be on at 8 a.m. my time. So what's that, 14 GMT? Something like that. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I will have the video uploaded, like, you know, in 15 minutes or so to YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and do that for the water rework.